So earlier you were telling me about how you want to start getting back into yoga. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, about a year ago, I was doing it every night and every morning. And since I have rheumatoid arthritis and kind of fibromyalgia autoimmune disorder, that really helped with my morning stiffness and kind of being able to get up in the morning. But last semester, so like this past fall, I was abroad, and obviously I could only bring a certain amount of things, so my yoga mat did not fit in my luggage, so I kind of fell out of that pattern just because I didn't have a good place to do it in the place I was staying. And since I've been back, when I do it, sometimes it makes me a little more sore since I'm doing like the stuff I was doing when I was at that point where I was doing it so frequently, and so now it kind of makes me sore like working out. So I want to like gradually get back into it. It's just kind of hard to start since I know that like when I have tried to do it lately that I do get sore, so it kind of pushes me away from that. But I would really like to because it did make me feel a lot better. I think it did help boost my immune system as well and kind of give me more energy.
Great. All right. So I hear you saying that you liked doing yoga in the past, and then it helped you a lot. Um, but now, when you're trying to get back into it, it's kind of frustrating because since you took a break and you weren't doing it before, now when you go to do it, it's just you get frustrated because you're not at the level that you were before.
Right, and obviously coming back and trying to get back into that when it's already winter too. I already wake up sore, and so I know that in the long run it'll make me less sore, but in the short term it's kind of like I'm already sore. Do I want to do that and make myself more sore? It's always worse in the winter.
Right. So kind of like in the winter time, you're saying that like it's just harder to be like motivated to get out of bed and do it because
and I
it's
was
hard
already
to get moving in the morning.
right, and I was already set back from not doing it for 4 months or whatever.
Hard to get back into a routine.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So as far as getting back into doing yoga, um, what would you think about setting a goal just to kind of like a small goal just to start getting back into it?
Right, that's what I've been trying to do, just like maybe at, the consistency I was doing it, like let's say every night and every morning, doing like just normal stretches instead and not doing like maybe the harder stretches where I was at the level of yoga I was at before. And that's what I've been trying to do, just kind of a slight stretch just so I don't push myself too hard. So I've been trying to do that more, and I usually do that kind of routine of stretches before I do yoga. So I think like sometimes like after I do the stretches, it's if I'm feeling okay, then I'll do like a little bit of a salutation. But that's kind of been my small goal right now, just trying to do those stretches. But I think the next step would be like maybe nighttime do my stretches, but then in the morning do my stretches and like a little bit of yoga. And then kind of get into that routine of doing that and making time for that.
Mm-hmm. So you're still doing your stretches,
Mm-hmm.
you just haven't been doing like a full yoga routine. Would you say you do your stretches every day in the night and morning right now, or maybe
No.
how often a week do you think that you do your
I'd probably
stretches?
say like 3 to 5 times right now.
Like just throughout the week, 3 to 5
Mhm.
times. Gotcha. And normally in the morning, normally at night?
Normally at night I have more time, because when I was still at school it was just like either I had stuff to do that day or I had class, so it was just like usually I had my nights free and not necessarily my mornings or my afternoons. So it's just easier to do at night and kind of a nice wind down before I go to bed or relax for the evening.
Right. Right. But you did say that like usually in the morning it tends to help kind of like make you like not have as much stiffness.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that's something you want to get back to doing?
Yeah.
Doing more? Doing it in the morning?
That's just the hard part because it is hard to get out of bed.
Right, right. What would you think about just starting off with 1 or 2 days a week that are your like morning stretch days.
Yeah, that would be good.
What do you have, like any specific days you think would work best to do? Like,
Well, right now I
morning
have
stretch?
the majority of my classes Tuesday, Thursdays, so probably like Monday, Wednesdays, where I wouldn't have to like get up and immediately go or now tune in to class.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that could be a good time, maybe just to, have a schedule and like try to like just get ease in by just starting off with like 2 days a week. Maybe like since you said that like sometimes easier just to stretch than to do like a whole routine. Maybe you could start off by just doing like just like stretch on Monday and Wednesday, and then as you get used to that, then maybe you could work towards doing it for a little longer and maybe actually doing like a yoga routine
Right.
with it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. And then with the night yoga and stretching, do you think you'd rather just focus on the morning, or do you think you want to?
I think like having the set times for the morning is good, but maybe, how I've been saying I've been doing it 3 to 5 times, then maybe just say like twice for that set morning, and then maybe like 3 times, just work it in any time
Like
during the week,
just
and maybe preferably like, let's say since I'm doing it Monday, Wednesday, like if I did it Sunday and Tuesday night, and then maybe another time during the week, so that I could have the back-to-back and maybe not wake up as tight or as sore, and so then it would be easier to get up and do those stretches anyways.
right. Just yeah. So just work it in 3
Yeah.
times throughout the week whenever works, and have
Mhm.
your set times for the morning.
Yeah.
I think that might be just a good way to get started, and then we can talk about it again in like a couple weeks and see how it's going for you, and maybe brainstorm on anything else that's getting in your way with that plan.
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right, awesome.